Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley at sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today, my voice is still a little under the weather, but I have a fabulous card to share with you, and I just knew I needed to get this video out for you guys. So I am showing you how to create a really deep letterpress impression with your colored cardstock. And I am going to be using the Breezy Blossoms press plate. I used this in yesterday's video, so I'm just showing you that those florals were hot foiled with a Betterpress plate and stenciled with the coordinating stencils. And I'm going to be using some of the leftover florals from that card yesterday on today's card. Now I'm also using this fabulous sentiment. This is from the Happy Vibes stamp set. I'm stamping it onto some white cardstock using the Detail Black Hybrid ink from Pinkfresh Studio. This is a fabulous crisp black ink, and you can see I stamped it a couple of times to get a nice deep dark black image. And then I'm going to remove it from my Misty stamping tool and die cut it using one of the nested circle dies from Pinkfresh Studio. So now that I have kind of the basics of this card created and ready to go, I'm going to show you how you can use your favorite colored cardstock and still get a really deep letterpress look with your Betterpress system. So what I'm doing is taking some cotton cardstock and I'm layering a piece of colored cardstock right on top of it. So basically, this colored cardstock is now going to have kind of the same squish factor as the cotton cardstock. Now, if you don't have cotton cardstock, you could also try this with a watercolor cardstock. I am placing my Betterpress plate or my press plate from Pinkfresh Studio right onto the base of my Betterpress platform there. And then I'm holding this dual layered cardstock in place using some repositionable craft tape. Now here's the deal. There are 3 shims that come with your Betterpress system, and they're probably already in place when you get it. Because I have 2 layers of cardstock here, I'm going to actually remove 2 of the shims that are underneath this magnetic platform before I run this through my die cut machine. Now I'm using the brand new dotted Petals press plate from Pinkfresh Studio. It's brand new for their February 2024 release, and I am inking it up using the Atlantis ink from Pinkfresh Studio. And I will tell you that this is a beautiful combination. That colored cardstock I used earlier is the Rainforest color from Concord and Ninth, and this Atlantis looks absolutely beautiful on top of it. So I'm just inking up all over that, and then I'm going to place the platen on the magnetic feet that are on that platform, and I'm going to run this through my die cut machine, and that causes the plate and the paper to make contact, and then the plate can then press the ink into the cardstock. And you can see this nice deep impression that I got with my favorite colored cardstock. Now you can absolutely Betterpress on colored cardstock on its own, but it doesn't have that really deep depression or letterpress look that you get when you layer these 2 cardstocks together. So it's kind of almost like putting a foam pad underneath a carpet. There's more give to the cardstock, and so you can get that really nice deep impression using your colored cardstocks this way. Now I went ahead and die cut 2 more plain white circles to go behind this sentiment circle, and this says, "Just because you're my friend." I'm going to stack these up to give this a little bit of heft and a little bit of weight on the front of my card. And I also added 2 layers of white die cuts behind each of the florals that I'm going to use to give them, again, a little bit of heft and a little bit of weight on this card front. Now, once I kind of have my florals picked out, I'm going to use some liquid glue. This is Barely Art glue, and adhere these florals in an arrangement kind of along the sides of the circle, kind of nesting them into the open areas of the sentiment. And once I have all of those positioned, I used the Curvy Leaves die from Pinkfresh Studio, one of my favorites, and I die cut it from vellum a couple of times. I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of this kind of adorned circle and add those vellum leaves. And this just kind of gives it a really wispy and light look. They look beautiful against that dark letterpress background. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I just cannot get enough of these leaves die cut from vellum. Now, I did want to mention that today's project is a part of an Instagram hop celebrating Pinkfresh Studio's February 2024 release. So if you want to head on over to Instagram, I will have my profile linked in the YouTube description below. You can join in on all the fun there, check out the inspiration, and enter to win prizes. Now I'm going to use some foam adhesive to adhere this circle grouping to my background, and I'm just kind of making sure I have it positioned there on that Betterpress background. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love the texture. And then I'm going to take this entire card front and use some foam adhesive behind it to adhere it to a white top folding A2 size card base. Now to finish this off, I am going to use some of the clear droplets from Pinkfresh Studio. I'm just adding them on using my dual tip embellishment tool and some liquid glue. This just gives it a kind of neutral shine that kind of catches the eye in between, and that finishes off this card project for today. I love the way this one turned out. That background is so beautiful, so dramatic. It has such a deep letterpress look, and I absolutely love that I was able to use the florals that I created for yesterday's card in today's card project as well. Now, if you want to see how I made those florals, be sure to check out yesterday's video. I'll put a card in the upper right-hand corner right now so you can check that out, and I'll also put a link at the end of this video. As always, I will have the featured products used in this project in the description at YouTube, so if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there, or you can head on over to my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I'll have that linked below as well, and over there you'll find more still shots, more information, and a complete list of supplies. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here on YouTube so you don't miss any of my paper crafting and card making video tutorials. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.